An East Valley couple discovered fraudulent charges on their credit card statement.
They thought their credit card company would make things right, but when it didn't, they contacted 3 on Your Side's Gary Harper for help.
Well, this couple tells 3 on Your Side that they were not overly concerned when $1,800 in fraudulent charges popped up on their Capital One credit card account. But nearly 5 months later, those fraudulent charges are still there.
This is our island trip coming up. This is the one we just came off of, India and Nepal.
Ruth and George Burft are experienced worldwide travelers.
And we have now traveled to over 150 countries.
150?
Yeah.
But it's a recent trip to Rio De Janeiro that seems to stick out in their minds. That's because in Rio, they were ripped off to the tune of almost $1,800. It started when their cruise ship docked in Rio and they asked a taxi driver to take them to a hotel.
So we hand him our credit card and he swiped it and he showed me his phone and it said no connection or didn't go through or something, and he handed me my card back, or handed it to George, and we said, okay, we'll pay you cash when we get there.
The couple did in fact pay the taxi driver in cash, but moments later when they entered the hotel, Capital One Visa alerted them, saying their account had a fraudulent charge for $511. George and Ruth say the one and only time they used their Capital One card in Rio was with that taxi driver who just swiped their card and claimed there was no connection. So they immediately disputed the charge with Capital One, and they did something else.
So I said, we have to find the police station because it's only right that we turn him in.
Ruth and George filed this Rio de Janeiro police report, which is in Portuguese. But while they were filing the report, a second fraudulent charge for just over $1,200 popped up on their Capital One account. On the hook now for more than $1,800. They disputed the 2 fraudulent charges over and over. But for the past 4 months, they say Capital One keeps telling them it found no indication of fraud and refuses to permanently remove the 2 charges from their balance.
What does that say to you?
It says they're accusing me of fraud.
3 on Your Side got involved, and we looked at where those 2 charges originated. Mercado Pago. After Googling it, look what popped up. It's a mobile payment device that accepts credit cards, just like the one that taxi cab driver reportedly used. As a result, 3 on Your Side contacted Capital One, and we asked them to look into the matter. They did, and within days, Capital One permanently removed the fraudulent charges totaling around $1,800. George and Ruth say it only happened with the help of 3 on Your Side.
Did you think I would be able to get the $1,800 removed?
We were hoping.
No, I thought you would.
You had confidence in me.
Yes, I did.
By the way, Capital One did thank 3 on Your Side for bringing this issue to their attention. They say this 5-month mistake was caused by an administrative error. I'm Gary Harper, 3 on Your Side.